Guys, we're rolling episode 116. Hello. Go Riot will be at the Viper Room March 10th with Paradise Kitty. Tickets are online. Get them early. All right, anyways, check it out. So we're coming to you live from Hollywood. Did I just say Hollywood? See? Coming to you live from Huntington Beach. I got to tell you, I'm enjoying Huntington Beach, California. Let me tell you why. So far, people have been very, very helpful. And when I say helpful, let me tell you helpful. So here's a small example, but one of many. I'm at the pet store. My dog Baron is allergic to chicken, right? He just so happens to be allergic to chicken. So there's chicken byproducts in every bit of food, every bit of kibble that you get. And it's hard to find a cheaper bag than $90 a bag. So I'm paying $90 a bag for two big-ass bulldogs, right? So I'm always asking around when I go to the pet feed store, when I go anywhere like that, and asking these people that work at Centinela, it's a Centinela feed store, for pets, and they got this food that I need, which is it's called Select or whatever the hell it's called. Signature, that's what it's called. Anyways, so I'm always asking, is there another brand that's maybe a little less money? Because it's $90 a bag, and I go through 2 bags a month with these dogs. So I'm always asking. And when I ask them, it looks like I'm asking them to cure cancer. It looks like I'm asking these people. Now, I've asked many of them. It looks like I'm asking them the hardest calculus question. And they panic. It's simple. You have a simple job, guys. And you think like you would know the ingredients to food, right? Don't you think that? Like if you work at a pet store, you kind of know what's in those things. And never, you don't have to study it, just kind of from passing by. So I wonder what you're doing on your downtime over there. People that are terrible at the jobs, it makes me fucking crazy. It makes me nuts when you're incompetent. I get it if you're a teenager. I get it, man. You're just waiting for the day to be over. And as a teenager, I've been there. I was there, of course. But I got to be honest, some of these guys are in their 20s too that are over there, and they're fucking morons. Let's just be honest. They're morons. How are they that moronic? Don't know how that's happening. Anyways, so now I'm living here in Huntington Beach, okay? There happens to be a Centinela, I think that's what it's called, Centinela pet store, feed store here. And I go in, and I'm looking for my brand of dog food, signature dog food. And the nice girl that works there, to describe her, she's cute, she's pretty, she's looks like she's like a half Mexican, half white chick. By the way, can look at me in the eye and speak to me like a normal human being. You go, Ian, what do you mean? Well, here's what I mean. Nobody at the Centinela Long Beach feed store or the one in North Hollywood. No, that's not true. The one in North Hollywood was a guy that worked there, and he was cool. But here in Long Beach, at this pet store, none of the girls can look at me in the eye. Or none of them can even talk to me. They barely can talk to me. I'm not saying it's me. I'm saying in general. They barely can talk. And I'm trying not to describe them, but I will. Everybody that's at that Long Beach store, right? They're a little overweight. That's okay. They're a little overweight. Now, they all definitely have hipster-like tattoos on their forearms, right? And there's a lot of blue hair going on. You get what I'm saying. It's okay. They're all very nice. But, boy, they can't help me with shit. Holy Christ, they can't help me with anything. When I ask them, is there another food that's less money that maybe has the same ingredients, it's like asking them to cure cancer. It's crazy. And we stand there, and I just watch them fumble about. Insane, right? So I just go, never mind, and I leave, okay? So here in Huntington Beach, I asked this girl the same question. she takes me right to it, right to this bag. Then she starts giving me options, other options. Holy shit, this chick is helpful. She starts giving me options. It seemed so easy for her to do this. Why was it so hard for everybody else? Why? It's insane. And it turns out they have this bag of food at the other stores. It's right there. But you have to read all the ingredients. I never have that much time to read all the ingredients. I'd rather just buy this $90 bag, I guess. And I've searched, and you go, well, Ian, why don't you do your research? Well, I did. It's hard. I apparently people that work at pet stores, or even there's Chewy.com. I've even had them. They go, let me get back to you. They can't find a bag. They can't find it. And then I found a bag, that was over at a Costco that had the right ingredients, but for some reason my dog was not doing well on it. So there was that. So all I'm saying is, and this is just one example of people are being helpful here in Huntington Beach. Why is that? Why is that? Not only are they more helpful, I'm noticing people are a little more chipper. They're a little more happier here. Now, being by the beach, you're definitely happier than in North Hollywood. Now, Long Beach, you're happy. People seem to keep getting happier the more up the coast you get, getting away from Los Angeles County. Why is that, guys? Why is that? Do we know? Now, people definitely have more and more money over here. That's for sure. And that definitely relieves folks. That I know. But I'm telling you, I have a theory. Here's my theory. My theory is they're ingesting less news because they're ingesting less news. And my theory on that is because the news, quote unquote, news media, social media, all of that hits LA harder. If we're just talking Southern California here, let's just talk Southern California. It's hitting LA County harder. And it is specifically advertised to hit certain people. Say if you're watching, like we watch Hulu sometimes because I love Family Guy, right? Who doesn't like Family Guy? If you don't like Family Guy, then come on, you gotta check your check your sense of humor. If you're just like, I hate Family Guy, then check your sense of humor. But my point is that we'll watch Hulu sometimes, right? And the craziest commercials come up on Hulu. Just the craziest commercial. You got the giant fat black chick that's surfing, or they say she's surfing, but she's not really surfing. She's just lying on a board with her do-rag on. No way in life has that ever happened. Now you go, it has nothing to do with she's being black, but one, she got the do-rag, which means they don't like their hair getting wet, and she's 300 pounds on a surfboard. It's not happening, guys. Stupid. Of course, that makes me crazy, right? All these dumb commercials make it crazy. All the pharmaceuticals. Holy shit. There's an HIV prevention pill now they're trying to sell. Prevention. Like, this will prevent you from getting HIV. I imagine that's very similar to the coronavirus vaccine, that'll keep you from getting the coronavirus. Well, obviously that didn't work because everybody got corona, right? So, and it also looked like the people that got the vaccine got it twice. The people that didn't get the vaccine didn't get it twice. That's what it just seems like to me, just around me and my friends. I'm not talking globally. I can only speak of what I know. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. What I am going to get into is how now that we're in Huntington Beach, the internet knows that I'm in Huntington Beach, right? So the commercials are different. It's not addressing, now it does, it definitely does, but it's not addressing as much AIDS commercials. It's not addressing as many black people, Asian people, Hispanic people. even though there's plenty of every race here in Huntington Beach also. What I'm saying is that's not who they're selling to. They're also not selling fear as much. Now, again, they totally are, right? But I'm going to say something. Here in Huntington Beach, there's not as much fear. There's, I guess, an anger. There's a little more Republicans over here on this side. That's for sure. A lot of American flags over here, which is good. I love that. By the way, it doesn't that suck that you have to be Republican. I can't speak, dude. Hold on, let me get some water. You have to be a conservative. I got to change the word for some reason. You have to be conservative to fly that American flag. I don't believe in that. I don't subscribe to that. But that seems to be what it is. For some reason, to love your country, you have to be a conservative. That doesn't make any sense because I never thought I was a conservative anyways. I'm not saying that. I'm also not a Dem either, right? I go whichever way that helps my people and my family. That's the way I go. That's what I like. The point is, it's weird that people seem to be a lot more happier here. A lot more healthier. A lot more chipper and helpful. Why is that? Definitely money has something to do with it, but I really believe there is a small part of that has to do with advertising. Has to do with the media getting fed into your head. I believe L.A. County is getting fed all kinds of fear-mongering media to where Orange County doesn't get that. I really believe that. And the proof is in the pudding here. When I'm sitting up watching Family Guy at night, okay, the commercials are different. 100%. Still bullshit, still trying to sell random pharmaceuticals that may give you bleeding diarrhea, that may stop your heart, that may cause your hair to be hair loss, but it is AIDS prevention. Think about that. Take this pill to keep you from getting AIDS. Now, of course, through that whole commercial, it's all gay black guys. You know, like who are they really trying to advertise to? Gay black men. So my gay black brothers out there, don't fall for that shit. I really believe don't fall for it's not good to start throwing these random pharmaceuticals down your throat. Now, if I'm going to argue my own point, I take supplements in the morning, right? Potassium, vitamin C, vitamin A. I take protein powder in the morning. So you could say that it's kind of the same thing, but man, that pharmaceuticals that one scares the shit out of me. And let me tell you why. I've been in and out of those hospitals a lot for surgeries, health reasons. You know, I caught an infection, a blood infection that pretty much changed my life. It was a disaster. So I went septic and had to have intravenous fluids to flush out my blood and all that shit. Anyways, spent a little time in the hospital. And during these surgeries and things like that, a lot of these doctors are incorrect. They are shoveling these pills down your throat. Shove it right down your throat. Take these, take this, take all of this. A lot of that I wish I never took. Now, I've educated myself on it, but it's insane now that I think about it, of how much, like painkillers. Now, I was in a lot of pain, so it's good, but I got to tell you, they really throw that shit down your throat. And not just that. I've went through many doctors that had terrible advice for me, horrible advice, doctors that fucked me up, and looking back, maybe because they were cashing in on these frivolous surgeries, you know? And physical therapy was garbage. They didn't catch the infection. Now that I look back, it's so obvious, and I was just listening to them. So anything that has to do, you have to just double check. Just double check. I'm not saying, doctors are bad. Of course not. Because my doctor that I have now is awesome. But he gives me a little insight. I have family members that are in the medical field. I get insight on what's happening. Don't trust these doctors. Don't trust medication. Look into it. I'm not saying don't take it, but look into it. And getting back to where I was here is that the media is hitting you different. I believe that the media is hitting people differently. And of course, it depends what you happen to look through. We played this game the other day with my brother and Jenna, and we go, okay, because these Instagrams are right on your algorithm, right? Okay, so it comes up. What pops up first on your Instagram? Here, let's do it. I'll play it right now. Let's go. What comes up first? Okay, an advertisement. Booking.com came up first. Booking.com. All right, I wonder why that came up first for me. And then it's my boy Trevor. All right. And fucking Adam Hunter, comedian. Yeah, comedians, musicians, tattoo artists. That's what comes up on mine. And of course, another comedian who is Sam Tripoli. Tinfoil hat, baby. I love Sam Tripoli, man. I've recently become a fan. So everybody check that guy out. Anyways, so that's what comes up because that's all I really look at. That's it. I look at art, music, and that's about it. I follow some business guys, but that's about it. Oh, and of course the chicks that are crazy with the surgery. Speaking of surgery, crazy with the lip surgery. And then we went to my brother's stuff. It's baseball stuff, right? He looks at all the baseball stuff, and we go to my girls. Of course, it's makeup tutorials. Girls love makeup tutorials. They love them. I looked at one of her makeup tutorials. 9 million views on that motherfucker. This bitch is selling advertising on fucking putting a mascara on. It's insane. It's insane. But that's your algorithm. Now, if you're somebody that gets fired up over Fox News or you get fired up over CNN, well, that's going to come up all the time. And guess what all that is fear. They sell fear all the time. So, I mean, but do yourself a favor. From the sound of my voice right now, do yourself a favor. And try not to take in all the fear that they push. If at my age, I've definitely seen how the news has progressed and I see all this stuff. And it's the same thing. It's been happening forever. We're just older now. The kids are the new sissies, right? Because we were sissies to our father. Our fathers thought we were bitches, and so on and so forth. It'll continue. So the younger kids to us are bitches, and then when they get older, what's going to be, holy shit, what's going to be their progressiveness, right? What's going to be progressive? Now, of course, every year is more progressive. That's just the word, what it means, progressive. So the kids that are quote unquote progressive, when they get older, they will no longer be progressive. It'll be the kids before them, right? But what will they be? What will be the more progressive? That's what I want to know, right? So we're gender fluid now. Okay, that's cool. Gender fluid. We are everybody's a Nazi for some fucking reason, which really pisses me off. By the way, with my Scottish Jewish heritage, calling everybody a Nazi, I don't like it. Calling every white man a Nazi, I don't like that. So but don't pay attention to that bullshit either, right? You gotta not pay attention to it. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm starting to get a little fired up over social issues, but I'm telling you, try not to take in all that fear. Do your best to not take in the fear, take in the positive. There's still a lot of, what's funny during all this, right? There's still like fighting, UFC still killing it. There's all these great fighters in great shape. A lot of these great old musicians are coming back. I'm excited about that. So you're trying to be positive, right? Try to be positive, but you got to bitch. You got to bitch a little, right? You got to bitch a little, but don't bitch too much where you're making everybody in your household uncomfortable. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully I'll see you guys at the Viper Room in March 10th, but cheers. Down the hatch. Oi.